Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of DeLorean Tech, and here we are with Mr. Matt Summer, and he is here at DCS 2021, and he has set up the DeLorean Museum, and he's going to kind of walk us through some of the stuff. So Matt, when did you start collecting all of this DeLorean material?
About 1988, and I got very serious in it in the late 90s.
So you've got everything here from like original DeLorean documents, original photographs. I think you mentioned that you had some presentation materials. You got the DeLorean ties and stuff like that. And I don't know if there's a value on any of this stuff. What's the most like valuable piece in your collection?
Probably over here.
Ooh.
My collection covers from when John first left General Motors to when he set up with Bill Collins, Bob Dewey, and the handful of men, to post-bankruptcy, everything in between. So, let's see, where is it? So here's the...
Oh, these are stock certificates.
Yeah, these are the copies. I don't travel with the originals. That's the stock certificate that formed the DeLorean Motor Company.
Wow.
That was what started it, the whole company. So
Awesome.
I have things that predate this, such as, and these are copies, the originals are in storage. Sketches that John was working on when they were first designing the car.
Wow.
See, he put a little flamethrower out there.
Oh, nice.
Here's where they were working out some of the window ideas.
Oh, the sliding window. There you go. Cool, man. All right, so what else do you got here? I mean, you've got a lot of stuff. I can't believe it. These photographs are amazing. Where'd you get this?
Oh, I also had that model.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that was an underbody study model.
Okay.
It's in a couple of the books. It also has
I've seen it a few
metal
times.
frame. That was Colin Spooner's team at Lotus did that for a presentation. They had to produce it overnight. He was so happy with the way it came out, he actually had it hanging in his office for about a year.
Wow, that's awesome, man. And these are from the trial, I guess, right? Are these original?
That's when he was acquitted. These were
Okay.
aired
Oh, look at that.
on one of the stations.
It was a great day. It was a great day.
And then over in the corner there are original ideas for the logos
Oh, yeah.
with notes.
Very cool. So you got the
Early
JZD.
financing notes, things like that.
Yeah.
DSC, DeLorean Sports Corporate.
This predates the current logo type that they
this was
had.
all
Yeah. Very awesome. Cool. And these, tell me about these license plates you got here.
The red one is from the company Corvette that they had. That's part of their R&D. This is one of the thin plastic ones used in photo ops, as these are stainless etched that were used for photo ops.
And then you got
They have double-sided tape on the back of them from where they would have been attached to the car.
Awesome. And you got
These are the original letters off the EPO model. Stands for DeLorean Safety Vehicle.
There you go.
It originally had JZD in the same font. Then it went to DSV. Then it went to DMC.
Okay.
The JZD letters are still out there somewhere.
Somewhere out there. Somewhere.
Looking
Still waiting to be found by you. So let's talk about these ties here.
So this one's the common one that the dealers could purchase. This style was the one that DMC would order and give out to early investors or friends and family. So these are harder to come by. I have one example that's in the original mailer and everything. I've had it on display previously. These were done over in Northern Ireland. They were from the executives over there. There were only about 12 or 13 of each made.
Wow. Those are very rare then.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, some more artwork. Are these original drawings from
They are.
Wow. That's amazing. Very amazing. What's going on here? DeLorean Research Limited Partnership.
That was the Red Rocket, the small car that they were testing different engines with. Here's a mock-up of the cabin to get the layout for it. There's a picture of Shujaro. There's my letters.
Well, those are the
He's
actual
leaning-
letters that you have over there, huh?
Right.
Wow.
He's leaning on the EPO model. That's
Okay.
the model that's at the Ulster Museum now.
Right, right, yep. Haven't been there, but I am
Oh, it's
aware of
phenomenal.
this is a great picture right here. So these photographs, are these like original photographs? Are they?
99% of them are originals,
Wow.
so a few are reprints.
Yeah, yeah. Product planning, I have not seen that yet.
They made so much paperwork. The amount of paperwork they produced was just crazy.
Yeah, I
I
can
mean,
imagine.
just truckloads of paper.
So what is this? I have not
That
seen
one I'm
this.
still trying to figure out. I've only seen it referenced in a promo copy from TWA magazine. It was a in-flight magazine, and there was an article about John, and that was in the article. This reprint of it on the board, when I purchased it, I was told that it came from one of the executives' parties, a birthday party, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's true. I'm still trying to find out.
Company health and safety manual, okay, makes sense.
And then in addition to the Matchbox cars that were going to be produced, this show I only brought paper, only flats. I didn't have much
Yeah.
time because I do have several of the, I have a lot of material on the Matchbox car, the Hot Wheels, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Hot Wheels ones, yeah.
I have
Yeah.
several of the prototypes, I have a lot of the paperwork, but they were also going to do a Corgi version of it. So that's a sample card that they used at a presentation.
These are originals, huh?
These are all originals.
Wow.
This was going to be a sale, to go into the sales promo booklets for the dealers, and that's what the ad would look like. This photo was taken at the press junket in January '81, and that's Zachary with him.
Wow, really?
And that's the
Nice.
jacket that he had made
That's
up.
cool. Has Zach come in and checked it out?
Not yet.
Not yet. I'll have to let him know.
So
haven't
every
seen it yet.
journalist received a jacket like that.
That's crazy. Son of DeLorean. That's interesting. Wow. And you got a lot of photos here of the gold car.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And this is probably one of my favorites right here. How'd you get this photo of prototype one?
Oh, this was used in presentations.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is an original presentation exhibit.
Right.
Nice. that's cool.
Came from one of the executives.
Right.
The rims here, these were actually magnetized, and they only had one set, one
Magnetized?
pair.
Okay.
They were magnetic.
Okay.
They had one pair. So
One
when
pair
they
only,
wanted
huh?
to take shots to the other side, they'd have to flip them.
Are you serious? Interesting. Didn't know
I'm
that.
sorry it's out of order.
No, it's
but-
fine. This is great. Alright, you got a lot of pictures of the factory here, a lot of photos.
Yeah, that's Dixon Holland showed. He was a good friend. That's C.R. Brown.
C.R. Brown.
That's the only photograph of C.R. without a cigarette. And the one of him on the employee newsletter where he doesn't have the cigarette, I have the original. They airbrushed it out.
Wow.
He actually had a cigarette.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Here's the fairy tree that a lot of superstitious people in
Fairy
Northern
tree,
Ireland
really?
think that's why the factory and the company failed.
Oh, really?
Because it's big in their folklore that a certain type of hawthorn tree, when one pops up in the middle of just a field, it's protected by fairies, and you are not
Really?
to touch it. There's a road there with a giant hawthorn bush. It's actually more of a bush, I've been told. And when they built the road, they diverted around. They were too superstitious. They wouldn't remove
Really?
it. So this has a whole history and a story because nobody wanted to bulldoze it. It was just a little shrub.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they were worried that it would cause problems.
Oh, man.
So the rumor was that Dixon said there was a 100-pound note buried under it. I asked him once, he said he promised me, he said he didn't get rid of it, he doesn't know who did,
Okay.
so people think
Somebody
that's
did
why
that.
it failed.
Oh,
It's-
wow.
it's
a lot of
interesting.
superstition there. That's an interesting story. So, what do we got here?
That's the EPO model, and they were using marker
This is
to
when they
see
were
what the
putting it
different
together, huh?
lines would look
Okay,
like.
yeah.
Because that's magic marker, just to see
Yeah,
the different openings and shapes.
This is very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. All right, let's go down here. We got a lot of stuff to cover here. Just photos of John in the car.
Yeah,
That's
there's
the.
Giugiaro's autograph.
Oh, really? Oh, there we go. That's Giugiaro's autograph right there.
Awesome.
Notepads.
Yeah, Mike
Knepper,
Knepper, he was
yeah.
a good friend.
Yeah.
He passed recently. He was the PR guy that they brought in.
Oh no, Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
These are from one of the NADA shows, car dealer shows.
Wow.
No
Oh,
expense
sales
spared.
report. This is amazing stuff.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Is this a letter from John to Mike?
Yeah, and what's neat is nobody can read John's writing,
Yeah,
so
let's
it's Mike.
Okay.
Bill can't decipher John's writing. That's what Mike wrote to Bill Haddad.
Oh, that's funny.
Here's a picture of Bill Collins with his wife Nina
Oh,
with the Epo model.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. Oh, I like this.
Yeah, that's a classic lineup
Yeah.
comparison.
Yeah. This is amazing stuff here. What's this?
Just a shipping label.
Just a shipping label.
New shipping label. This is original mock-up of the proposed sales brochure.
Oh, yeah.
This is, if you want to come back when I'm packing up later, I can pull them out. This one is a RX-7 manual,
Okay.
owner's manual, and what they did is they went in and cut and pasted to make a mock-up of how the DeLorean owner's manual would look. They used Mazda because Dick Brown and Jerry Williamson were both from Mazda, so they had access to all
Okay.
that.
Okay. Makes sense.
That's the groundbreaking ceremony. It was originally all supposed to be outside, but there was so much violence going on and protesting, and a crowd formed, a mob on the outside of the gate.
Oh,
They were
really?
making so much noise and banging trash can lids.
Oh,
They
man.
had to move it inside.
Okay. Interesting.
Unfortunately, Nick Sutton wasn't able to make the trip due to the flight restrictions.
Right.
He has stories about that. He was there. This is pretty interesting. This is where they were pricing out what would have to be modified in order to make a four-door car to extend
Oh, really?
the length of it and how it would affect the price
Ah, I see.
and what would need to be changed.
Would have to be changed out here, so they would have to delete this. Interesting.
And on this photo, see, they're holding the doors up
Oh,
because
yeah.
they didn't even put
They didn't have the struts
torsion
there.
bars in yet.
Yeah, the struts are not there. Interesting.
Or the struts.
There's Johnny again. Got blank business cards.
That was some kind of a table display,
Oh, yeah?
table tent.
Okay.
So when they, at the groundbreaking ceremony, they had 3 shovels made. One for John,
Really?
one for C.R. Brown, and one for the Northern Ireland Development Agency. 3 trees were planted. One was for the represented UK, Northern Ireland, and the US. And then they had a brass placard there commemorating everything.
That's cool.
Dixon Hollinshead, who built the factory, liked the shovel so much, he decided he needed one too.
Okay.
So they were actually just local, sourced from a hardware store, just
Really?
basic,
Just basic
silver shovel, bright purple handle. So they spray painted the handles black
Okay.
to make them look better, and they
Yeah,
had them
yeah.
engraved.
Oh, nice.
So there were technically, officially 3 shovels, but there were really 4,
Right.
since Dixon had one
Had
made
one
up
too.
too,
Okay.
which is in my collection.
Right. You have one.
It's
huh?
not here.
It's not here, right?
In the early stages,
The gold DeLorean. Christmas cards. These are original factory Christmas cards.
Oh, yeah, these were through the New York offices. They would send them out.
Wow, nice. Didn't know those existed.
There's a third design. I thought I brought it with me, but apparently it didn't make the box.
Supplier quality control requirements.
This was a supplement to a business course, and that was offered in a college. Mike Knepper, the PR director, wrote that. Those are pretty obscure.
That makes sense. Being young as far as Bill, you just don't understand the magnitude, the gravity of it. You know, it's flying every
DMC
day,
News.
that.
All right, so what do we got over here?
It's got our name on it. I mean, when I'm in it, or
Oh, factory photos. What's
There's
going on?
Dixon. This is the wind tunnel model. There were two.
Oh, yeah.
Giugiaro made two of them. He has one. I have the other one. This was the one that was used at the California Institute of Technology.
probably the closest person I've ever been.
And apparently, Woody Herman was a big deal back then.
Adopted me.
So this was the common postcard, but they created that strip across it to make it into your invitation.
Yeah.
For the that was at one of the NADA shows.
Had no clue how fantasy was. Had no clue how fantasy
Consolidated.
No, it was just a model they hired
Oh,
for
really?
the photo shoot.
That's cool.
They're the DSV letters, so that's
Those
the
are the ones you
Epo
have,
model.
huh?
Right. There's Bill. That would probably be Proto 2
Proto 2.
because it doesn't have the side mirrors on it yet. That would be Proto 1.
Whatever happened to Proto 2 anyway?
The rumor is that Lotus eventually
Destroyed it.
it.
Okay, that's
but
what I heard too.
Nobody knows for
Okay.
sure.
Colin Chapman took it down to South America. Who knows, right?
That's the peak of everything. There are pictures of
This is cool because this is actually the Epo model, which is solid, does not open. That is the model buck that you saw earlier with
right.
the two guys holding the doors up. So this is totally different than that.
Right. They're trying to make
But
it look
they
like it's
put it together,
Yeah,
so-
yeah. I don't even see it. It's funny.
And then some more early logo designs
logo
they were
designs,
playing
yeah.
with. DeLorean safety vehicle.
What was the gentleman's name who actually did the final design?
I don't recall. That's in
Yeah,
Barry
he's-
Will's book.
That
Here's the full shot of the smaller one. So it's the Epo model, Proto 1, Proto 2,
you see this well as
all the engineers involved.
That's a great shot right
There's
there.
Bill.
Yeah,
and
it's a great shot.
how happy she is, I don't know.
This is a early mock-up of a potential sales brochure. That's what the inside looks like.
Oh, okay.
Himself, the subject of the film. I don't think that can be done.
Very
He's
cool.
Oh,
And I have a picture.
That's another interior
Oh,
for one of the potential brochures, sales brochures.
Right. Oh, that's pretty cool.
The problem is that you want to go. And when you want to work, you have to.
There's Christina, there's CR. It was a very, very impressive affair.
Hey, did anyone contact you about making any of these documentaries and any of the information or the stuff that you have? Was it ever looked at?
Yeah, I've assisted on a few books
Okay.
and documentaries. The BBC documentary,
Okay.
Car Crash.
Yep.
There was a book by a German journalist that was done. Very nice hardbound book a few years ago.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's in German.
Okay.
I don't speak, I can't read German, but yeah, I've assisted. I've worked on several different projects.
Or Epo wood photographs here. I wanted to turn that, but I forgot. You got plastic over it.
Yeah.
Well, here are the magnetic wheels, right?
Yep.
She was very
It's very interesting.
happy.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was only a pair, so that whenever they had to take a photograph.
Yeah, because they didn't have the budget. One of the wheels if memory serves, one of the sets was made by a man in his garage. He was
Oh, really?
he was very talented at
Okay.
making wheels, and he knocked them out for them.
Is that John's original autograph right there?
No,
No.
that's printed in for the negative.
Well, Proto 1. That's the steering wheel there.
These photos were of the prototype. These were sent to Mattel,
Oh,
so
really?
that so they could design the Hot Wheels.
The new Hot
That's
Wheels-
part
Hot
of
Wheels
that
car, yeah.
industrial design.
Okay.
They would make the larger wooden mock-up of it, and then the small die cast would be made from there.
Nice.
What you wanted things to be like, and then what the reality was.
Those need Photoshop correction. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah.
This is inside at the QAC in California.
Oh, in Irvine, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I think that's sort of like the culmination of it all.
Here's the original JZD letters on the Epo model.
Still trying to find those. Eventually, right?
Hopefully. There's Zora Archive on top. That's Proto 1. That was in a neighborhood because they were taking it around, testing it, and driving it just in a neighborhood. And that's Marion Gibson, who was famous for the gold faucet, the leaks of stealing the papers, submitting it to the UK government, causing all that mess. So who knows?
I read about that. Oh, man. So what do we got over here? A lot of stuff. Oh, here we go. Blueprints. These are DSV blueprints, right?
Yeah, that's early. It's August 1975.
Wow. Look at that.
Very early.
Very early. So what is this?
That was being sold, the Atari 7800. Some of them showed up in the market with the DeLorean logo, and I did some research and found out it's just bogus.
It was
It's
a hoax.
fantasy piece. The story
funny.
went that a dealer had them and was giving them out when you bought the car. The only problem is the 7800 was released in 1986.
Right,
So the
right.
years don't match up.
Yeah, it makes sense. The 2600 would have been a better one to do. That'd have been more convincing. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Gosh, look at all this stuff.
In Britain at the time was willing to
Applewood.
put subsidies, loans, a piece of land. But here's the catch. It's got a population that has never built a car before.
Highlights of the DeLorean.
Structure, build a car company
The
there
Belfast Telegraph.
in 2 years. I mean, are you kidding me? And all they have
Here's the photograph. He's actually got a cigarette in that finger.
Oh, this is the unphotoshopped.
That's it, where they removed it.
Oh, this is where they removed it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
they
guess
actually
they
had a
didn't
photo.
want
That's
the, I
funny.
guess they felt it was a poor image.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he was a chain smoker. A lot of people were back then.
So this is another one for the four-door DeLorean?
Right,
Okay, what they were gonna have to change
right.
in order to make it into a four-door. Okay, interesting.
Mike Knepper was really the only executive, other than Dixon, I know of, who left the company unharmed.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a shame.
Yeah, no, it is.
This is the company William Brown. He was doing the four-seater design because
Okay.
they didn't have enough money to get Giugiaro. So they went with another designer.
Well, when we first got to Lotus, we got out of the shoot, it was kind of awkward. Here, Bill and
All right. I think we went down this aisle, right? Yes, we did. So we have covered everything in this museum, although this isn't like your complete collection. This is just, what percentage would you say is this of your collection?
25%.
25%? Really? Wow.
I didn't bring any objects.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, awesome. All right, Matt. Well, anything else he'd like to add before we conclude?
I'm always looking for things to add to it.
How do you come across the stuff for the most part? I mean, do you go on eBay? Do you like just know people who have the stuff, or how does it?
I've just been searching for it
Okay.
for what, 30 years?
30 years
so
now, okay.
after a while, your name gets out there.
Okay.
People will sometimes contact me. I do a lot of digging, a lot of research, a lot of investigation. I've got thousands of hours devoted to this,
Wow.
a lot of travel time.
Awesome.
It's never ending. My goal was, I knew a lot of it was going to get thrown away as
Oh, yeah.
these people got older. So my goal was to try to preserve it as much as possible.
Well, thanks for that. That's awesome, because I mean, I wouldn't have been able to see any of this stuff had it not been for you collecting it. And thanks again for bringing it out to DCS
Oh, thank you.
to share it with everybody here. I think I speak for everybody that, hey, we really appreciate it. So
And it's fun to bring something that has been in a box stored away for 40 years,
yeah,
and I can bring it out,
Yeah.
and people get to see it and appreciate it.
yeah,
It is
absolutely.
fun.
Thanks again, Matt. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.